Did you guys see this apple just fall from the tree and come down towards the ground? It almost hit my head. Now, the apple could have gone anywhere. It could have gone up into the sky. It could have stayed floating in midair, but instead, it came down towards the ground. Why do you think the apple went down? Yeah, exactly right. I was actually just reading about this. Back in the 1600s, a man named Sir Isaac Newton was sitting under his own apple tree when the same exact thing happened. Sir Isaac Newton started to wonder, started to question, why did the apple fall down towards the ground? The apple could have floated in midair or gone anywhere else. He recognized that there is an invisible pull that pulls things towards the earth and towards the ground. He named this natural pull gravity. And now, 400 years after Sir Isaac Newton made this discovery, people recognize that gravity is a pull that pulls everything down towards the earth. Watch what happens to this ball as I throw it up into the air. Try and observe what happens with the ball. What did you observe about the ball and the way it moved through the air? Yeah, that is a great observation. Here's what I observed as I threw the ball. First, the ball came out of my hand and it moved up into the air. Then, there was a really small moment, if you noticed it, where the ball actually stood still and it wasn't moving at all up in the sky. But then, finally, gravity pulled it back down towards the ground and into my hand. Sir Isaac Newton also got to throw around a ball like we are doing today, but he noticed something about the ball's speed. Do you know what speed is? Yeah, exactly right. Speed is how fast or slow something is going. Things can have a low speed, which means they're going really slowly, or a medium speed, where they're kind of just going normally, or they can have a really high speed, which means that they are going super fast. As we throw things, it starts with a high speed. It is going really fast. Then, as the ball travels up through the air, the ball's speed decreases. It begins to go slower and slower. Next, the ball actually stops moving for a really small moment in the air, and it has no speed at all. Then, gravity begins to pull the ball down towards the floor, and the ball speeds up, meaning it goes faster and faster. Finally, once the ball hits the floor, it stops moving, and it has no speed at all. You may be wondering, why is it important that we observe how a ball moves through the air? Well, Sir Isaac Newton is the one who discovered how gravity pulls things down towards the earth. This discovery was actually extremely important to major STEM fields like physics and calculus. If we couldn't observe how gravity and other things affect an object's speed as it moves through the air, then we wouldn't have super cool things like planes, jets, or even rockets. So, let's review. We just spent some time talking about Sir Isaac Newton. He observed how gravity pulls things down towards the earth, and how an object's speed changes as it moves through the air. I'm gonna leave you guys with a challenge today. Ask your guardians for some random materials around the house, things that you can either drop or things that you can throw. Try to do different tests with them and see what happens. Try to make guesses and then observe, just like Sir Isaac Newton. For example, maybe you could take two different objects that are two different sizes and see which one falls to the ground faster. Take a guess and see if your guess was right. There's so many cool things that we can observe about gravity and speed. Well guys, thank you so much for talking about gravity and speed with me today. Until next time.